Hey, I'm Victor Lucas. This is Johnny Millennium. You are watching Film Fury, and we just got out of Jumanji, The Next Level, and John had to remind me that we reviewed the first one a long time ago together.
The funny thing is, I've actually said this, that Victor Lucas has reviewed more movies and more video games than anybody in human history. He didn't even remember that we saw the last one. He's like, oh, did we see that together? I'm like, yes. He's like, we did? He used to bring it up on his phone to remember.
I remember seeing the movie. I remember not liking the movie. And I remember being...
it was okay.
It was okay.
It was a fun action-adventure movie for a family.
The first one didn't blow me away, and I felt like they could have gone a lot deeper and a lot farther with the whole humans lost in a video game concept, which is the whole idea behind Jumanji.
Yes.
And this one, it basically returns us back into that video game idea with the same actors.
It's a soft reboot of the first one.
It really is.
The thing that drove me nuts about this movie was... in the first Jumanji, you learn, don't go into the game Jumanji. It's insane.
Yes.
This one, the guy goes back.
They go right back
into
the game.
Back. Oh, I'm going to reassemble it just because I want to. And he's gone, and then everybody has to go and save him. There's no spoilers in here, but you get the gist of what this movie is about.
And the plot makes no sense, and it takes an interminably long time to get into the game.
Yes.
And then it starts to pick up a little bit because it's way more fun to watch The Rock and Kevin Hart and Jack Black and Karen Gillan than it is all the kid schmoes that are just like, I don't care about those kids at all.
Yeah, and Danny Devito is in
Danny
this.
DeVito and Danny Glover. And Danny DeVito actually enjoyed. He's fun. He looks like he's having a good time on camera, and I just like watching that guy. He's a funny guy.
That guy has aged so well.
Yes.
His acting is... He's still doing the same things he did in Taxi, but that's okay. Like,
he's so charming.
He's always stayed the same age to me. Yeah, his hair was black in Taxi. It's a little bit white now. He's still the same guy.
I know.
Bumping around going, and stuff like that. It's great.
He was crazy. And then, of course, Danny Glover and Danny DeVito become characters in the video game, and they're confused, and they have to be told a million times. Didn't that joke just go on forever, where they had to explain that they're in a video game to these guys?
So the problem is, in the first movie, you get to know these characters as other characters.
Yes.
And then in this movie, they're not the same characters. They're different characters.
Yeah.
And then they do switcheroos, and then they do switches back.
Yeah.
And then they do switcheroos again, and then they switch back.
Yeah.
And at that time, you're like, can we just have the original characters and go on an adventure?
Yeah.
And the thing is it's just... We've seen this a million times
before.
before.
It's so lazy, man. I mean,
it's a little lazy.
It's so lazy, and like that was an acting school exercise where they get to put on funny voices, and Jack Black gets to be a woman, and then he gets to be the big black guy for a while. And you know, everybody has to like have fun with the new body that they have, and they just do it over and over again.
I know, and it's so in your face, and we're like, yeah, we did it in the first one.
Yes.
Can we go and do something different? Do you know what I wanted in this one? What I would have loved to have seen is... who made Jumanji this video game? Let's go into some more mysticism.
Mythology.
Mythology. Let's build something rather
Yes.
than, you know what it was? That last movie made, what was it, $1 billion?
It made so much money.
That's what it's just about, making more money. It's not about telling a good story.
It was a victory lap, and it was a lazy victory lap, and it was telling the exact same story. It is like a soft reboot.
Yeah.
You know, there's some interesting new action set piece sequences in here, like the monkey chase, which was kind of cool.
And you enjoyed The Rock beating the hell out of people like a video game? That was really good.
I actually was thinking that it would be fun to watch The Rock and maybe Jason Statham or somebody do like a Streets of Rage movie.
Something like that.
Super tongue-in-cheek, like a 90s era aesthetic, and
the music.
And the music is there,
and
they're just punching the crap out of
That's
everybody.
All we want for an hour and a half.
2 hours, I'd be into that.
Constant.
We're punching people off screen and stuff, and then there's a boss fight, and then that would be fun. And you know, honestly, that's where Jumanji 1 and 2 have failed, because they are not approximating anything close to what video games really are.
How is this guy a character in an adventure game?
It's not like we all have our strengths and weaknesses. I mean, they pull some tropes from games, but games don't
like your health
feel like that.
What your weaknesses and strengths are in this game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if this was truly a video game, you would see the constraints of the world, and you would bump into invisible walls, and there would be...
You in the mood of playing it up, the whole video game aspect?
If you're gonna do it, then do it for real.
Go all the way in.
Right.
But they don't need to, because this is for little kids and families. I don't know if this is for us. We're sitting there, and I'm not saying anything. It gets to the last few shots of the movie, which are just eye-rolling.
Oh,
the
so
emotional cheeseball stuff is insane. I decided, like, back when I was a younger guy, I'd go see a movie by myself because I was really funny. I wanted to take the movie in.
I love doing that,
I love doing that. And I had something that I used to call a cheese meter.
You're right.
And I'd feel it. I'd feel this like, ooh, God.
We got to bring the cheese meter to Film Fury, dude.
The cheese meter. I was sitting there, I was like, ooh.
Actually, can we
horrible.
rebrand the channel? I want it to be Cheese Meter now.
Cheese Meter.
Can we be?
Yeah, like on a scale of 1 to cheese. What is this cheat? It was terrible.
Oh, that's a way better name than Film Fury. Why didn't we do that?
My cheese meter wasn't going off in the beginning. This was so cheesy and silly at the end, but it has some fun things as well. I'm thinking for a family, a big outing.
Some kids laughing.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, though, it's so late. Jake Kasdan is way better than this.
And he copied so many things from Raiders of the Lost Ark, his father's script.
Yes.
He did the exact same stuff in this movie.
I'm going to throw out the way better idea for Jumanji.
Okay.
It started as a board game,
Yeah.
and then it became a video game. And why didn't they take advantage of this huge kind of attraction to the pen and paper world right now and make it a dungeon master, people sitting around the table, a whole new cast of characters, and everybody's role-playing, and take the CG up another level and put the actual people that are around the table into the avatars of the story they're telling.
That would have been good.
And that's another level. That is raising the level of Jumanji.
So that's a great idea, but the problem is it's not Jumanji. They want the jungle aspect. That's what they want. That's what it's branded as. Your idea is way better than what we saw.
Yeah.
But I mean, this can't do it. I mean, that would be a great movie.
Well, it would make this a franchise. This just feels like a repeat of the last movie for the most part, and it was boring. And I was deathly bored for most of this thing.
I was yawning so much.
Yeah. It was hard to stay awake. I hardly laughed. I actually was very impressed. Karen Gillan is fun to watch.
She's always good, yeah.
She throws herself into this role, and I like the action bits. But the other thing that I liked was Jack Black. He's such a good actor.
Yep.
He's such a good, he's a good actor.
He's fun to watch.
But it's. I wish he had better lines than he was getting because he's so good.
Oh my God, you guys, hi!
He's such a competent actor.
And that goes right into Kevin Hart. He is an amazing comedian.
He totally bombs in this.
And it's just like he's delivering lines of other characters the way they should talk in reality.
What in the Sam hell just happened to him?
No.
So he's not Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I want to see Kevin Hart.
They wasted the Kevin Hart thing, and The Rock was
He's hilarious.
Okay.
Kevin Hart's way funnier in the
way
first
funnier
one.
in the first. Just in person, he is. And, and same with the repartee between The Rock and Kevin Hart. We all know what they're like in social media. Wasted in this movie, and The Rock, is okay, but he's a
caricature of himself.
Yeah, and we've seen him be a better caricature of himself in better action pictures than this.
Yeah, right, like Skyscraper and Rampage.
I had more fun with those movies than this movie.
I don't know. They all kind of meld into the same silliness. The Rock is cashing a paycheck. He's not here for high art.
And honestly, that's the other equation here. It's made so much freaking money.
That's what it's made.
This movie should be awesome. It shouldn't be lazy. The expectation on a sequel after you make a movie that makes so much goddamn money is you come back with some fire and you want to prove that this thing has got legs. If this thing makes money, which it probably will, they'll sleep even more through the goddamn next one, man. It was so boring.
And you know there's going to be a next one.
Yes.
Oh my God, you should see the secret ending too. Oh my God.
And the CG's awful.
It's really,
for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, it's not good.
Yeah.
We're already at the end.
Yeah, thank God.
We're already at the end.
We don't have to talk about Jumanji
I
anymore.
actually want to hear your score before I give mine. I had to formulate mine because there's a little bit of me that enjoyed the action, enjoys the humor and all that, but it's not that high. What are you doing?
I think this was an atrocious movie.
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
it was terrible.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
Holy cow.
Yeah, what are you giving it?
I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it's okay. It's kind of halfway. It's getting there a little bit.